Now, I'm delighted to say we're joined by Ireland and Munster back row forward CJ Stander, who's helping to launch the new Munster alternate and European jersey available exclusively at Lifestyle Sports. CJ, how are you?
I just had a good break and back now for the last 4 days, so getting hard work done.
Tell us all about this jersey, CJ.
Yeah, the jerseys, it's very unique. I think people don't think they're going to come up with a new idea every year, but this year is quite special. I think it's something people would enjoy, and just seeing in the last few days, you could see the boys get a smile on their face when they wear it, so that's a good thing to get energy from the jersey.
At Lifestyle Sports Rugby on Instagram, lifestylesports.com, and also the hashtag is LiveMunster if you want to check out more details on this exciting new jersey. Now, CJ, an exciting year for you. You won a Grand Slam. You won the series in Australia. You scored a try against England. You scored the decisive game try against Australia. Can't get much better than that now, CJ.
Yeah, look, it's been last season was good. I think from the Grand Slam, something we all worked hard towards. And I was luckily at the end of a good move that's been trained a lot during the year. And then Australia again, special. I think we didn't really start the way we wanted to, but there was a lot of work put in behind the scenes to get those last 2 wins and to end the season high.
And also confirmation that the Grand Slam wasn't a flash in the pan, that you're working towards something huge, which of course is the World Cup in Japan, and Australia just further evidence of that. Yeah,
look, I think playing against Australia is surely one of the best attacking sides that we've ever played against, and it's just to have this mindset that they can score a try from anywhere on the pitch, doing anything, and we knew it was going to be tough. And yeah, it's good to put ourselves up against one of the best attacking teams in the world, put some confidence in our defence and attack, and to make sure we got the win, So, yeah, it's something we worked hard towards last season, and we know the World Cup's on the horizon, and that's something in the back of everyone's mind.
Who were the most difficult opponents you faced, CJ, in the last season? Because you faced everybody.
Oh, yeah, that's... Just goes through that now. I just think, and especially in Australia, it's just fresh in my memory. It's just Pocock, slowing down every second ball almost. It was tough in the first game, especially to get some momentum going. And to make sure that he doesn't show you up, and he did that in the first game. I think he's the toughest one I've played against this year.
I think, CJ, what we've seen is that every time Ireland have been tested in the Wales game, against France with Johnny's drop goal very much near the end of the match, against England when we had to go to Twickenham and win the Grand Slam, against Australia when we had to turn around that deficit. There's a huge mental strength there now.
Yeah, for sure. I think the team knows what's going on the pitch more, and how they can control it and how they can fix the problems we have on the pitch. And I think the leadership group has implemented that in the last few years, and that's filtered down to the players as well, the younger players coming through, and everyone has that confidence to go onto the pitch and just go out and play their role and make sure that they're the best in their position, because they know everyone else is going to do their job and be confident in it.
How excited are you, CJ, about playing New Zealand? It's unquestionably the top 2 teams in the world in Dublin in November. Now, we know we beat them in Chicago, but we've never beaten them here.
Yeah, look, I didn't really have a full chance last time when we played against them. I think I went off after 20 minutes, so it'll be good to hopefully get another chance to go out there and play against the best team in the world, I think previous years it might have been mental block, going up against them. I think we know what we've done against them before, but we also know it's not going to be easy, so it's something that everyone's been looking forward to, and I think that it's getting close now, so I think everyone's getting excited as well.
Might be a difficult question to answer at the moment, CJ, but I think it's a question worth posing. I think everybody's asking it to themselves. Can we win the World Cup next year?
Look, I think if we can get ourselves out of the groups and give ourselves a chance to get to the playoff zone, I think there's opportunity. But I've never been part of a World Cup, but I know a World Cup year is full of up and downs, and anything that happens leading up to the World Cup, and it's in the group stages, injuries come, coaches playing games and losing games, that has an input into influence really in the World Cup, But I think we've given ourselves some good confidence going into the World Cup to get ourselves to a place where we can win it.
And CJ, that's one of the reasons you came to Ireland 6 years ago. They tried to make you a hooker in South Africa. You didn't want to be a hooker. You wanted to be a flanker. You wanted to prove yourself against the best in the world. You've done that with Ireland, and now you're going to get your chance at a World Cup. And I'd say you have a huge degree of loyalty to Munster and Ireland for the way everything has gone over the last few years.
Yeah, it's funny I was talking about this. We had down here at Munster this week, we have a camp, and we are talking about goals and stuff like that, and why do you want to play rugby? And you just hit the nail there. I think I came over here, got a chance through Munster and Ireland, and it's always something that I've wanted to do, be part of a World Cup squad. As I said earlier on in previous years, that Munster and the RFU has put a lot of time and coaching into me, and gave me opportunity to live out my dream, and also work for me to improve the good points and the bad points I have in my rugby and my game. And I'm really looking forward to paying them back even more coming this season and going on to next season, hopefully in a World Cup. We
could be in a collision course with Rassie Erasmus in South Africa. You know him well, CJ. He's doing a good job there at the moment.
Yeah, we see a lot of similarities. What he's been he coached at Munster, in the Springboks, and look, it's. I think rugby is coming to a stage now where everyone knows everyone. A lot of players are moving around, and coaches, coaching staff, and then medical staff moves around, and I know exactly what the opposition do. This comes down to how good the team prepares and how they do it on the day. That's the difference. Those 1%ers I think is going to come down to the different difference in the score. Coming down to Rassie, I know he's going to be excited about going to the World Cup, and he's been doing well with South Africa against England. So it's good to see that they're on up as well.
You're here a long time now, CJ, but would you rather avoid South Africa in a World Cup, just for maybe conflicting emotions, which are understandable and natural?
No, not really. I think the emotions and that stuff, the tour we had to South Africa took care of that, in 2016, going down there and playing against them. So, no, it's actually, you want to go out there and say you get yourself to a final, and you wanted to get there by playing the best. You just want, sometimes it's easier to take the easy road, but if you could get through stages like that and play the Springboks and test yourself, and get to the final, and hopefully, or semi-final and final, and get a win, that would make it more special.
What do you enjoy, CJ, about living in Limerick and living in Ireland? What do you do to relax here? What have you embraced about Irish culture?
Well, firstly, people say, I always harp on about this, but I love Limerick. I just moved out to a smaller place, Castle Cornwall. It's just there's a lot more relaxing there, and that's the way it is in Limerick. Everyone leaves you off and let you do your thing, and they are there everyone's there to support the team, and Limerick is rugby. And for me, Ireland is a massive rugby supporting system as well. And it's great to play in front of people that understand the game and support the game and the players. And for relaxation, really, I just do garden a lot. Go to the market in Limerick as often as I can. And when I was just arrived here, I tried to explore. Went to all the smaller cities and the bigger cities just to see what Ireland really is about. And I've seen great people. The Irish culture is nice people, always putting out a hand to help, and just people that's always willing to put people ahead of them and make sure everyone's happy.
You grew up on a farm in Western Cape, CJ. Have you visited any Irish farms?
Yeah. I try to go out, especially try to go once a month, and just to go out and not forget my roots, But I think there's a big difference between South African farming and Irish farming.
In what way?
The weather, firstly. And the farmers here work hard, and the reward. Some of them just do it because for love, but really the reward's not really some places that good. But as I said, the way that they work hard, and it's just a father and son, or say just a farmer and a foreman working on where in South Africa you have a lot more labour. So they really, really enjoy farming here, and I like to see that. I like to work with my hands and like to get 30 at some stages, so it's good to see.
Did that give you a lot of natural physical power, CJ, the fact that you're working with your dad, Yanni, on the farm, the dairy parts, the vegetable parts when you were young, that's really helped your conditioning in a natural way, even without the gym?
Yeah, for sure. I did all my hard work on the farm. I remember I was about 15, I think, never been in a gym, and I went to my dad and I was like, well, look, we need to sort something out because I need to go to the gym early mornings before school or just some stage on weekends. And he just laughed at me and he said, that means I disappointed you. And I was like, what do you mean? He said, you're not working hard enough because you've got time to think about to go to a gym where you could just do some more work on the farm. So actually what he did was he made a pull-up bar for me in the dairy. So between sets of cows coming in to get milk, I had to do whatever, say 7 or 10 pull-ups. And that stage was I was quite impressive from him thinking, getting me into that, just natural work on the farm. I think that gave me natural power.
And how are you bulking up and getting into physical condition for the new season without that assistance in the farm in South Africa this year, CJ? No,
I always try to go straight after the season, especially after Australia. I went to the farm for 2 weeks and just get back to my roots again, just put in a bit of work on the farm. And then after that, I just try to stick to my program that SNC give to us. We've got a world-class SNC staff, and I think with everything that's in the season, playing New Zealand and but the World Cup and in 2019, there's a lot to work for. So everyone puts in the hard work when no one's watching. That's the important thing.
How far are Munster off Leinster right now, CJ? Because Leinster, to be fair, are setting the bar. They won the European Cup and they won the Pro 14.
Yeah, look, I think they're at this time they're I'd say untouchable. Really, they won the double. It's a tough thing to do. I haven't won one of them, and there's a lot of players in this group that hasn't got it yet. But I'd say still we're not far off. I think. If you look back at that semi-final, 1 point away, we could have been in the final in the Champions Cup and in the Pro 40. So I don't think we're that far away from them. I just think it's small things along the way that we fixed with a few signings, maybe SNC side and just the technical side of the game. We're not far off. We gave ourselves a chance in the last 2 years. I'd say we gave ourselves a chance, but we didn't take it when it was there, especially with Scarlett in the Pro 14 a few years ago. Same with Saracens in the Champions Cup again, so not far off, I'd say.
Have you been aware of the hurling story in Limerick, CJ? The fact that they've reached the All-Ireland final?
I was gone, and I came back on Saturday morning. So I watched the game on Sunday, and I thought it was gone there for a long time. I thought Limerick lost it, and it was unbelievable for them to come back and get it in the dead zone time. It's Limerick. I went for a walk after it, and it wasn't one car on the road or anyone I could see in the road.
So you're going to try and get to the final, are you?
Say again?
You're going to try and get to the final?
I've asked around. It's a few boys. The Irelanders always watch the game. They surely will get to the game. I think I'm going to get up with some of the other foreigner boys. Just we don't really understand the rules completely, so we'll probably get someone in to try and help us. Just watch it with the TV,
And just in terms of bonding with the Irish players, CJ, do you have a roommate when you're with Ireland on tour in Australia or going away for Six Nations games?
It's normally John Ryan. I've been rooming with him quite from the beginning when I started with Munster. James Cronin as well. It mixes up. Sometimes it just keeps on mixing. But I must say, the last few times I've been rooming with John Ryan, and he's a good man for a roommate. He doesn't really snore. He just breathes very loud. So
you know each other's habits by now, CJ.
Say again?
You know each other's habits by now.
Yeah, exactly. So we're bonding with the Irish players. I think the cultures, South African culture and Irish culture is quite similar. It's people that want to have a good time and get everyone involved. I say it again, get everyone involved. So I've said as well. Everyone pulled me in from the beginning when I arrived here. Same when I arrived in Irish camp. people pull me in and make sure that I feel part of it. And then it's just down to yourself. You just have to make sure you are involved and not sitting in a corner and waiting for people to come to you. And
you would feel that on the streets of Ireland and Limerick as well, and when you're recognised out and about.
Yeah, for sure. People always tend to come up for a chat, and I think I like again now is people understanding the game and talking about stuff that they've been thinking of, and yeah, it's good to get that from their side, and to see how they see things. And sometimes you get someone that's a bit too smart, and then they put me in my box a few times. So it's a good thing.
Well, CJ, you're helping to launch the new Munster Rugby alternate and European jersey, exclusively available at Lifestyle Sports. Remember, folks, you can check it out on lifestylesports.com, the hashtag Live Munster, and on Instagram at Lifestyle Sports Rugby. CJ, you're an absolute gentleman. We thank you for your time. We wish you the best of luck with Munster and Ireland over the next season. We hope we can beat New Zealand, and we hope you're a major part of that. Thank you for speaking to Off the Ball today.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good day. I'll talk to you later.
Cheers.